Well, this is pretty interesting, but not surprising. The IDF has a serious mental health issue going on. Since October 7th, thousands of IDF soldiers were treated for mental health problems. More than 10,000 IDF soldiers been treated. And not only that, but the amount of suicides in the IDF has skyrocketed. So this was just yesterday actually, a former IDF soldier also died by suicide after October 7th trauma, as he called it. And in the prior to his passing, he posted something on Facebook where he cannot live with himself. And he goes on and says the 27-year-old former Givati sniper commander fought at the kibbutz. In his letter, he said, "I did things that cannot be forgiven." And here's a photo of him. So, of course, people are starting to question, why are so many IDF soldiers going ahead and just committing suicide? What's going on? What is the mental health crisis? Well, when you spend 2 years murdering children and blowing up innocent civilians and running over them with your tanks and watching their guts spill, then it's going to probably cause some psychological issues. And there's so much footage of these IDF soldiers talking about how they view Palestinians and what they've done. And it starts to make you understand how that could lead to them spiraling mentally. Take a look at this previous clip that an of a statement an IDF soldier made regarding Palestinian babies. Take a look at this.
אומרת, הרגתי ילד.
I killed a boy.
אפילו לא... אני אומרת הצבא, לא אומרת...
She's smiling in a very creepish way as well. I don't even call it an army.
לחשוב על זה קשה. אותו זמן הייתי חושבת על זה מלא עכשיו רק צוחקים על זה.
Now we just laugh about it
כמו שאפשר לצחוק.
as much as one can. So she's giving a very creepy smile.
לא יורד רותם, את לא מבינה. סיוון, זה לא יורד. מה לא יורד רותם? את לא מבינה, אני מנסה כבר עם סבון. מה לא יורד רותם? הדם מהידיים.
And she's basically going through a mental health crisis, and she's screaming, saying the blood won't come off my hands. And she has this very creepy smile. Okay, so this is kind of what's going on with these IDF soldiers. They're committing all of these crimes because they think Palestinians aren't human. And then it starts to dawn on them of what they're doing. They feel dirty. They feel they can't wash the blood off their hands because they were going on psycho rampages, murdering innocent people. So they're struggling with mental health. Here's another here's another statement regarding these IDF soldiers. This was in a previous interview. Take a listen to this.
That were to this point. The IDF chief this morning made remarks, sort of veiled, but nonetheless remarks in Haaretz, quoted in Haaretz, that were to this point, the IDF is about to fall apart. It has done so many heinous things. It has done so many things that are not in the kin of any of the soldiers, really, except the most draconian amongst them, that it has a post-traumatic stress rate that's off the charts. It has a suicide rate that's off the charts. It has a no-show rate that's off the charts, especially amongst reservists called back for another go. And it has casualties that it's never experienced before, not in this kind of warfare anyway. And it's taking on more. It's got several fronts going now, and there isn't an expert with whom I talk on Iran or on the Levant or on the Middle East in general, Southwest Asia in general, who doesn't think we're going to war with Iran before Christmas.
So I'll just stop there. Pretty obvious that you could just see these people are just going crazy. You can't commit these sort of atrocities and not have it mess up their mental health. Yeah, some of you guys might have actually saw this previous video of these IDF quote unquote soldiers. I'm just gonna put that in air quotes. Actually, every single one of these soldiers has passed away, and they were singing here a song, "A Good Arab is a Dead Arab." I think it was literally just within a week, especially this guy right there was making headlines. I think within a week of that video coming out, that specific IDF officer, IDF soldier passed in an airstrike. So, which some people are just saying, wow, that feels like a little bit like karma. Mint News, a newly released report from the Knesset Research and Information Center reveals a mental health crisis. 279 suicide attempts between 2024 to 2025. 78% were among combat soldiers, near double pre-war levels. For every soldier who died by suicide, 7 others attempted it. Oh, so that's crazy. That's a pretty wild statistic. The surge coincides with Israel's mass mobilization after October 7th. Experts warn these figures only cover active and reserve troops, excluding veterans who took their lives after service, meaning the real toll is likely far higher. The number underscores what Israel's leadership won't admit. Endless war doesn't just devastate Gaza, it's consuming its own soldiers too. Again, Yusuf Ibrahim says suicide rates among the IDF is currently the highest of any military post-World War II in 1 year of, quote, conflict at 210 per 100,000. Attempts are higher than the U.S. Army today. Our U.S. veterans have an actual tragic suicide rate of 33 per 100,000, while the IDF's actual rate is currently 18 per 100,000 and rising. Ironically, tragically, the main causes of our veteran suicide crisis are wars and regime change military coups conducted by the CIA and U.S. government on behalf of apartheid Israel, 7 countries in 5 years post 9/11. It goes on and on and on. There has been a wave of IDF suicide, so this one's mocking it. So, it's again, that's kind of what happens when you just go on rampages. And I think that what's also interesting and most people don't talk about is Thailand. And I made a previous video on this. Thailand has become absolutely overrun with Israelis. Israelis use Thailand as their vacation destination. Aside from that, the Israeli government has also funded programs to allow IDF soldiers to go to Thailand on mental health vacations after they murder Palestinians in Gaza, to basically help them cope with their mental health. So there are programs, Israeli programs, where after the IDF just goes on a rampage murdering babies, they can then get on a flight to Thailand and go on a mental health retreat to get over their mental health crisis that they're currently facing. Thailand's also become absolutely overrun with Israelis. The Thai locals are getting just sick of them. They've been making remarks on their rude behavior. It's pretty wild stuff to see what's going on there as well. But that's what we're seeing now. So instead of actually trying to solve the problem, which is the fact that they are being inhumane and doing ridiculous, disgusting, abhorrent things, they're just going to send them off on a retreat to Thailand, hoping that's going to fix the issue, which clearly it doesn't seem like it's doing that great of a job at it. We'll see how things unfold moving forward. If you found this video interesting, please go ahead and click the subscribe button below. It helps my channel grow and reach more people. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.